Hi, hello everybody. I hope everybody is safe in these crazy times. So disheartening, of course, what's happening in both Gaza and Ukraine. It's also affected many markets, but El Nino is here, and we're going to be talking about the Amazon rainforest, the drought down there. Also, what's happening with other teleconnections, as well as the warm Atlantic that's affecting many commodities, and some of them are in bull markets, and how you potentially can profit in these particular markets. So, first of all, everyone's talking about surely the Amazon situation, just a terrible, terrible drought, a multi-level drought, just occurring really because of a combination of deforestation and, of course, climate change. And you can see all these fires down there having a really terrible effect on the economy down there, and of course the environment. I think the world gets about 20% of its oxygen from the Amazon rainforest. So this situation certainly is very, very disheartening, as it's only getting worse. But as far as South American weather goes right now, we can see that overall the soybean growing areas are really on the fringe of the drought. It's been dry in some areas, but this is the forecast for the next 2 weeks. Lots of rain, good for coffee, but slowing the sugar harvest and slowing planting in southern Brazil. But good rains for northern Brazil. Soybeans, maybe 20% of Mato Grosso will be in a drought situation. But overall, once this rain ends in southern Brazil, we could have a big El Nino South American soybean and corn crop in 2024. Teleconnections I look at around the world in my program, Climate Predict, the DMI, the Indian Dipole, as well as the warm ocean temperatures near record warm near Peru. This is the result of the forecast from that going through the month of November. Great rains for northern Brazil, maybe 20% of Mato Grosso in a drought situation still, but on average, excellent weather for coffee. Planting or actually harvest delays for sugar. One reason why sugar prices have soared because of El Nino here over the last few months, and now there's problems in both Thailand from being too wet, as well as in Brazil getting too wet as well. What else is going on right now? Well, we've seen incredible disease issues there in the arrow in green and blue, up to 300% normal rainfall the last few months in West Africa. That's because of the warm ocean currents of positive TNA, creating more evaporation, more moisture in West Africa, and El Nino. And as a result, we've seen a major spike in cocoa prices from good demand and tight supplies, approaching the highest level since the mid-1970s. The way to trade that is actually using option spreads right now. Whenever you see markets that have too much premium, too much volatility, you can buy out-of-the-money call options, for example, in sugar, or call option spreads. We discussed this in my newsletter, Weather Wealth, how to do this, or cocoa would be another great trade, even at these prices, to do spread options. So what's going on elsewhere in the world? So we have a negative WPO index. Notice the forecast, that ridge over the Gulf of Alaska. When this happens, folks, this could affect the natural gas market. We had a friendly EIA number on Thursday, not really that friendly versus the 5-year average, but overall, it's winter that's just beginning, and a lot of people are getting concerned about the possibility of this cold weather for the month of November right now. Will that change? Will this WPO index, that red warm block over Alaska, change to a trough, which would force warmer weather further east in December and January? I'll have to stay tuned to Weather World and learn how to trade options and futures and ETFs in natural gas and all markets. What else is going on right now? Well, a frost on Tuesday morning for some West Texas cotton. The crop's about 90% done, pretty much done through the bowl setting stage, the bowl opening stage, but still 10 to 15% of the cotton could be damaged by a frost on Tuesday morning. Given that and the lower Chinese crop and drought last summer in West Texas, if we begin to see demand pick up once again, because China's really had a problem with their textile industry, we could see cotton prices go to over $1 in 2024. So this is the way the frost situation looks historically. Very unusual. Half of the frost in the last 50 years occur around November 2nd to November 3rd. So that's pretty much right on time. But because of the drought situation this summer and the way the bowls have been setting, this is creating some concern in the cotton market as well. Again, you can get a free issue of my newsletter, Weather Wealth. This was written about a month or so ago, all about El Nino, how it affects global markets and commodities. Feel free to do that. And again, have a very great weekend and happy November. Take care.